What's up, y'all? How's it going? Aaron here with Yoga Beta. Super stoked you're here. Got a pretty fun class planned. Call it all levels Vinyasa. We dig into the hips. We actually do a little back bending, a little Urdhva as an option. So some fun stuff, right? A brick. Have it by your side. That's only the prop you'll really need today. Find a comfortable seat. We'll settle in. Thanks for being here. Loop the shoulders, stack the spine, close the eyes. Just take nice 3 big breaths to settle in. In through the nose. Just fill it up. Out the mouth, just let it go. You get 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Swallow the saliva. After that exhale, seal your lips. Start to breathe in and out the nose. Constrict the throat and play with that sound, your Ujjayi Pranayama. Adding depth, adding strength and intensity until you find your mind tethered to the moment via the sound of the breath. No rush here to find it. Just take 2 more. One more. Let those eyes blink open, adjust softly. We'll go to all fours. Hands beneath shoulders, knees beneath hips. Spread those fingers nice and wide, right? Solid foundation. The webbing starts to stretch. Inhales, of course, arching the spine, tailbone and gaze go up. Exhales, pull the belly in around the spine. And just link that motion together. Inhale, arching, that is the expansion of the front body. Exhale, rounding, the expansion of the back body. Maybe add to organic movements, circling through hips and through shoulder joints. One more exhale. Just finding a neutral spine tuck, all 10 toes under. Lift your knees off the ground. And then just walk your hands back to meet your feet at the back of the mat. And when you get there, you can grab the elbows or you can put your fingertips, your hands on the earth. I'll encourage you maybe to bend one knee, then the other. Maybe lift a heel or lift the toes. Move the weight around the soles of the feet. Shake the head. Yes, no, and maybe. If you want, you could even grab a hold of the calves or the ankles and put a little pull in those arms, drawing the torso a little deeper into those legs. We'll just take 2 more breaths here. Move around in that forward fold. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. And then bring the fingertips to the shins for an inhale. Think long spine, strong quadriceps. And as you exhale, put those palms on the ground. Walk yourself out to plank posture. That's the top of the push-up. Take a nice big inhale there. As you push the earth away, tone the legs, spread the shoulder blades. Then exhale as you shift forward, lower down, chaturanga or belly. Cobra or up dog, that's the inhalation. Exhale, your hips hit the sky. You can move in this dog pose as you like, right? Pedal the heels, wiggle the hips, shake the head, yes, no, and maybe. Take 2 more rounds of breath, just exploring this first dog pose. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Bent knees, the inhale, you look forward. Exhale, you travel to top of mat. Take a half lift with the inhalation, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, fold in a little deeper. Ride the inhalation skyward, rise up, reach up, see the ceiling. Then exhale, release your hands to side body, the big toes come to kiss. Inhale, you reach up. Exhale, forward fold, knees of course can bend. Inhale, halfway lifting. Exhale, plants the palms, step and lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog for 3. For 2. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Bent knees, the inhale, the gaze is forward. Exhale, you travel top of mat. Half lift inhalation. Deep fold exhalation. Skyward with inhale, rise up, reach up, see ceiling. Exhale, hands to side body. Let's just do one more sun A. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plants the palms, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. For 3. For 2. One more inhale. One more exhale. Bend knees, inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel top of mat. Half lift inhalation. Deep fold exhalation. Let's take the feet hips width on this one and inhale, bend the knees for chair pose. As you exhale, reach those sit bones down and back. And as you inhale, lift the sternum, but keep the ribs toned down, right? Strong in the low belly as you sit into those legs. Take one more inhale, reaching. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plants the palms, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg high, inhale. Exhale, step behind your right wrist, warrior one, back heel down, inhale, reach up. Exhale, drive into that front heel. Inhale, watch the palms, they might seal, right? Keep the ribs toned, keep the navel pulling in and the tailbone rolling under. As the back glutes work, the front of that left hip bone starts to open more. We'll take one more inhale, you'll reach up a little bit to the right, leaning up and over. Exhale, interlace your hands behind the back. Squeeze those palms, take an inhale, try to lift the sternum, spread your chest. And with left glutes working, exhale, right shoulder towards right thigh. Maybe 2 right thigh. If you can, the palms are sealed together. You're going to reach your knuckles for the ceiling with an inhale. Lift your scapula. And on the exhale, you're going to reach those knuckles further overhead. Breathe deep here. You can let the head fall heavy. Strong in the legs. One more inhale. One more exhale. Just stay low here. Put your hands on the ground. Step to plank posture for the inhalation. Exhale, move through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg inhales high. Exhale, stepping, it's warrior one. Back heel grounded again, you'll reach up. As you exhale, solidify strong front heel, strong front hamstrings. Watching those palms come together, right? Tone those ribs down and then reach the hands a little bit up into the left. Try to squeeze those right glutes and feel the front of the right hip stretch more as you sink into that left leg. Take one more inhale, reaching up. And then exhale, interlace hands behind you, second favorite grip. You get that inhale to squeeze palms to lift sternum. And with solid legs, exhale for humble warrior. Again, you might try to touch the ceiling. Can those knuckles reach a little higher? And from that action, as you commit to the legs, those knuckles reach up and overhead. Navel to spine. Right, breathe here. You can let that head fall heavy. One more inhale. One more exhale. Hands are on the ground. Inhale is plank posture. Exhale is chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog for 3. For 2. One more inhale. One more exhale. Let's put a bend in those knees. Inhale lifts the gaze. Exhale, you travel top of mat. We'll have the feet hips width again here. Long spine, inhale. Deeper fold, exhale. Back to chair pose. Inhale, reach through those arms. Exhale, sit a little deeper, heavy in those heels. The hamstrings and glutes tone. As you inhale, rise up. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifted. Exhale, plants the palms, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale, open up, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg high, inhale. Exhale, step again, warrior one, back heel down, inhale, reach up. Exhale, solidify the lunge in the front leg. Inhale, see those palms seal together, squeeze those black glutes. Then exhale, open up for warrior two. Right heel, left arch alignment, screw that right heel in clockwise. Drag it backwards, search for 90 in that front knee, and as you do so, pull the navel in and up. The front of the left hip opens as eyes go to that right middle finger. Maybe just a touch deeper. I want your lower body working. You can shrug those shoulders, feel the neck, find a little softness. We'll flip the right palm, left hand down the back thigh. Inhale, reverses that warrior. While you're here, you can check these right ribs with the left hand, right? Pull them down. Then feel the strength of your belly, the front of the torso, hold them down. Dig deeper with that right heel. Take one more inhale, reaching up, reaching back. And then exhale, hands for earth, chaturanga. Move through the classics, right? Open chest with the inhalation. Exhale your dog pose. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, warrior one. Inhale, rise. Exhale, strong legs. Inhale, reach up, reach back. Then exhale, open out, warrior two. Now this front heel screws in counterclockwise. As you search for 90 in the front knee, you pull the belly in and up. The front of that back hip bone is opening. Arms to horizon. Stability in the lower body, some softness, some freedom in the upper body. Commit to those legs. One more inhale. Exhale a little deeper. Stay in those front hamstrings. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Again, the right hand can check those left ribs, pull them down. Roll the left pinky towards you, reach a little higher. Smiling at that palm, we'll take one more inhale, reaching up, reaching back. Exhale, cartwheel, hands to earth, chaturanga. Through the classics, inhale, opening. Exhale, downward facing dog, pedal those heels, wiggle those hips, take an inhale. Take an exhale. Bent knees are on the inhale, your gaze is forward. Exhale, you travel top of that. There's length with the inhalation. There's depth on the exhalation. Riding inhale, you just stand all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands touch side body. Your left foot steps back towards the back of the mat. You just turn towards the long edge, right? Click those big toes inside the heels. Try to see some sticky mat between the toes and then holding onto the hip bones. Loop the shoulders up, back, and down. And then bump your butt out behind you so you start to feel your hip creases cut a little deep. And then find your way without a big rush to where your torso is parallel to earth. Your thigh bones are perpendicular and start to lean forward here. Again, you can still hold on the hip bones for feedback, right? Squeeze the glutes and try to reach your crown forward until the weight of your torso is heavy and your heels get light and your hamstrings start to take on some tension. Keep that here. A nice big inhale, leaning forward. You can slide your hands down the outer edges of your legs. Maybe grabbing pinky toe side edges of feet or big toes. And then bend the elbows and pull your torso between your thighs. We're still wanting level hips. We're still wanting lifted quadriceps. Use the strength of your arms to pull your torso down so your head reaches for earth. Your head touches the earth. Or your head looks to the ceiling underneath you from the other side of your legs. 2 more breaths. Use the upper back. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Hands beneath shoulders. Inhalation. Halfway lift. Keep your right hand beneath your face. Take your left arm to your low back. Your left hand squares the hips off. You look over your left shoulder. You can stay here or tone the glutes. Reach your left arm up. You can stay there or wrap the left arm around the back and into the inner right thigh. Pull the belly button to the spine. Look over that left shoulder. Take 1 more nice big inhale. Let's all reach the left arm up. Exhale, left hand replaces right. Inhale, right hand is to the low back first. Level the hips as you twist the spine. Keep the glutes engaged and the spine twisted. Option to wrap the half bind or just keep the right arm extending to the ceiling. Breathing here, right? One more inhale. One more exhale. Right arm up on the inhalation, look at the thumb. Exhale, right hand finds the left, fingertips to earth, half lift, long spine. As you exhale, hold on to your hip bones, and with the inhalation, back body toned like a deadlift, right all the way up. Look at the feet, click the big toes in a little extra. And then click the heels in all the way. Get the long edge of your feet to be parallel with the long edge of the mat. Look to form a box here, right? 90 degrees in knees and ankles. I'm going to sit into those hips. And then from there, tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly in, and think about forming one plane, shoulders, knees, hips, ankles, right? Becoming two-dimensional. You can push your thighs backwards as you push your pelvis forward. Stack the shoulders over the hips and sit into the heels until you feel the groin stretch. But also take tone breathing here. Option to stay as you are, or option to lift one heel and then the other. And try to keep your heels pressing forwards, right? They're going to want to swing out behind you. And maybe pause with both heels lifted. Push the inner heels forward, right? Towards the wood in front of you or the floor in front of you. Take a nice big inhale here. And as you exhale, lift the heels, swing them wide and fold back in. Wiggle, wiggle, shimmy, shimmy with the hands on the earth. I want you to bend into one knee and then the other. Start to move the weight side to side. You can keep your hands on the ground for support, or you can bring your hands off ground, maybe thumbs heart center, an elbow on a thigh, or maybe arms fully free from ground. All the work in the hips and the knees, moving side to side, pausing areas that seem worth your while. We'll move back and forth once more to each side, my friends. To the left knee. When you go back towards that right knee, just swivel your hands to the top of the mat, step to plank. Take a nice big inhale, then move through Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal those heels, wiggle those hips, shake it out. Take an inhale, take an exhale. The knees are bent as you inhale to look forward. Exhale, you travel top of mat. Half lift, inhale. Deep fold, exhale. Skyward, inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, release, hands to side body. Again, we'll just take a big step back with that left foot. This time, just put your hands on the ground. Hop your feet backwards until your heels come off the mat behind you. Then we'll set up that same thing again, right? We'll bend the knees, lift the heels, swing the heels in, the toes out. So if you look, you're forming the same box in the lower body. But then we're going to take this box that was horse stance, goddess stance, the last sequence. We're going to take it to frog pose, so hands to the earth. You lower that contraption to ground, looking for 90 degrees still in the knees and the ankles. You can come down to forearms potentially. Now you push your hip bones backwards behind you now. And then you can play with tucking the tailbone under, pulling the belly in and up, and playing with a little bit of cat-cow in the pelvis as you think about flattening your hips straight to the ground, right? Like that corgi, like that puppy who displays their hips flat. You imagine that happens for you here as you breathe into the sensations of the groin. Soften the eyes. Deepen the exhales. And take two more here. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, slowly walk back onto your palms if you lowered. The hands go beneath the shoulders, and you bend the elbows like Chaturanga. The legs stay in the same shape, but you push the big toe ball mounds down in one motion. Arms and legs will straighten. You'll push the earth away, walk your hands back onto the mat, shuffle your feet back onto the mat if you lost it, and then turn towards your back foot, your left foot, and as you do, swivel towards the back of the mat, drop your right knee down and take half splits on the left leg straightens out. You take an inhale, lengthen the spine, maybe right hand checks the hips for symmetry from behind, lift the left quadriceps and exhale, drop the head, attempt to nuzzle nose to inner left shin bone, and breathe into left hamstrings for 3. Lift those quadriceps for 2. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. As you inhale up to the fingertips, bend the left knee, plant the left foot, tuck the right toes, and just spin your torso to the front of the mat to take half splits the right leg. Left knee down, right leg straight, and maybe left hand checks the hips for symmetry. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold in. Again, head heavy. Right quadriceps toned. Navel to spine for 3. For 2. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Nice, y'all. Inhale, lift the gaze. Just swing your hands inside that right foot. Toe heel your right foot off the mat to the right and slide the left knees back as far as it'll go. You're forming a runner's lunge. The left hand goes off the mat. You can pull your left shoulder blade forward, reach back with the right hand. This might be a nice space for you as the hips dip down. If the front of the left hip gets a nice opening, just stay here and reach back. Enjoy it. If you want more, you can bend the left knee, catch pinky toe of that left foot with the right hand. Kick into your hand, right? Spread the sternum more, or pull on that foot. Seal hip and heel together. Either way, think about your pelvis reaching towards the front of the mat. Think about finding a little bit of a back bend here and breathe into the front of that left hip. We'll take 1 more nice big inhale here. And then exhale softly, let that back foot go. From here, swing yourself to all fours. Circle those hips around clockwise, around counterclockwise. And from that action, just swing your left foot outside your left hand. Wiggle the right knee back if you need it, right? Again, left hand opens up, right? We spread the sternum and you can stay right here, just hanging those hips down, or you can reach back, bend the back knee, catch pinky toe, kick, 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 spread the sternum, or pull, pull, pull. Feel those quadriceps either way. Pelvis and lungs reach forward, navel to spine. You breathe into the front of that right hip for 2. 1 more inhale. The base of the exhale, again, you'll let it go, swing it to all fours, circle those hips clockwise, circle them counterclockwise, tuck the toes, shimmy, shimmy, wiggle, wiggle, back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale, take an exhale. We'll go with that right leg skyward, a big inhale. Exhale a step, right foot between the hands, right to warrior 2, windmill it open. As you exhale, find the depth in the legs that you had last time, and from that inhale, reverse the warrior. In reverse warrior, exhale to commit a little deeper to that right heel, then take 1 more inhale, reaching up, reaching back. Exhale, either right forearm to thigh, right hand pinky toe, side edge of right foot, earth or brick, left arm frames the ear. Use the right hamstrings, that front leg, to hold the weight of your torso and grow the length of the left side body from heel to pinky finger. We'll take 1 more nice big inhale, really reaching. Exhale, look down, tone the belly, straighten both legs. Lift the right toes, lift the left heel, spin to the back of the mat for triangle. Cut the left hip deep with straight legs, reach the left arm long. Then left hand to shin, earth or brick, right thumb above the face. Think about pushing the inner left heel down and dragging it backwards to stretch deeper in the left groins here. Eyes to the top thumb to challenge your balance. Eyes to the left big toe for stability. You choose wisely, right? Keep your eyes up if you want to challenge your balance. Bring your eyes down if you want to feel more solid on your 2 feet. From here, when you're ready, half moon pose. You choose, eyes up or down. Bend the left knee, reach the left hand forward, and your right leg will rise for half moon. Push through the soles of both feet. Even though one is floating in air, you act like it's pressing into something solid. Just as much muscular engagement in the lifted leg as is the standing leg. Extend those lines here. We'll take one more. Nice big inhale, reaching. Exhale, slow motion, 2 hands to the earth. Step to plank, facing the back of the mat, and move through Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale is down dog. You let the left leg go high with the inhale. Exhale, you'll step for that warrior 2. Windmill it open again. Solidify the legs. Strong in that front heel. Then inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, tone the ribs. Commit to that front heel. One more big inhale, reaching up, reaching back. Then exhale, that forearm to thigh or hand to earth, pinky toe side edge. You'll look for the right arm, spin the palm, and extend that side angle. Notice the tendency to come out of the lunge in the left leg. Dig that left heel in and commit to this front leg, holding most of your weight. Breathe into that one more big inhale, reaching. Exhale, look down, and it's straight legs as you inhale. Pivot around for triangle, top of mat. Tone these right quadriceps. Reach the right arm long. Inhale. Exhale, hand to shin, earth or brick. And again, as you look up, drag the right heel towards your left arch. Suck the right hip deeper. And feel the inner right groin stretch a bit here. Breathe in, choosing your transition. Eyes to earth is stability. Eyes to sky is to have a little more fun with it. Set the gaze where you'd like it to be. And when you're ready, the right knee bends, the right arm reaches, and your left leg rises. Learn from having and, of course, from losing balance. Squeeze both of the legs, push through the soles of both of the feet, and take 2 more breaths. One more. Nice, big inhale. Then exhale, 2 hands down. You step back to plank and move through Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pedal those heels. Wiggle those hips. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Inhale from here. Bend those knees. Look forward. Exhale, walk or hop, top of mat. Halfway lift, that's your inhalation. Deep fold, that is your exhale. Skyward on inhale, rising, reaching. Exhale, hands to side body. Right. Put a little bend in those knees, the feet hips width. You can face the front or the side of the mat. Just going to go ahead and take the right ankle over the left thigh, forming figure 4. But as we do so, we're going to put the hands on the hip bones, and we're going to notice there are asymmetries here, right? So we're going to scoop the tailbone under. We're going to level the pelvis out. As you push your right leg into your left leg, start to sit into the standing leg. Finding a one-legged chair, right? Fingertips can come to chin, elbows, knees, elbow, ankles, or the arms can frame the ears, right? Choose wisely, sit into the standing leg. Push down through that left foot and try to lift the sternum as you find a stretch in that outer right leg for 2. One more inhale. Exhale from here, slide the right thigh over the left, either right toes as a kickstand, or maybe the full eagle bind. You choose, then the left arm wraps over the right as the palms come together, or you pull apart the shoulders. Your version of eagle, squeeze the thighs, reach those hands up and away if you got the full eagle arms. And then the option here, right, is to pull those elbows down to the knees for sleeping eagle. Squeeze the midline, breathe deep. Breathe consciously. One more inhale. One more exhale. Push down to rise up. Inhale, give yourself a little shake, shake. A little shimmy, shimmy, a little hokey pokey. The feet end up hips width again, right? The right foot's gonna stay on the ground, so spread out those toes. Solid in that footprint, left ankle over right thigh. Again, we'll use hands on hips for feedback. We'll do our best to scoop the right tailbone under, to cut the hip creases deep, and to sit evenly into these legs. Push the left ankle into the right thigh. Again, fingertips, chin, elbow, knee, elbow, ankle, or maybe arms frame ears in your reach, right? Try to find some energy, some strength and engagement in the standing leg. At the same time, try to find a stretch in the outer left hip. 2 more breaths, maybe just a little deeper. 1 more inhale. Exhale, stay here. Slide the left thigh over the right. Again, toes as a kickstand or maybe full eagle legs. Sit deep into them. Then wrap the right arm over the left for your version of eagle arms. Squeeze the thighs wherever you are in this eagle bind. Stay up with the arms reaching pinkies away. Or option to pull elbows down to knees for sleeping variation for 2. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Inhale, unravel. Shake, shake, shimmy, shimmy. Wiggle, wiggle. Turn back to the top of the mat if you shifted. Bring the big toes to touch, and just like sun A, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant palm, step float, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, right toes, left elbow. Lay the right shin down. Relatively close to parallel to front edge of mat. Take a moment here, fingertips or hands will frame the right shin. We'll square the hips off, lift the sternum. Push your right shin down so your outer right hip is active but also stretching. Inhale here. And stay here if it serves you, or slowly, right? Keeping the orientation, the alignment of the hips and the spine, come down to forearms. Think about length in spine here. Stay here. Or maybe lay all the way flat, reaching those arms out and releasing the torso, but keeping the outer right hip active as it stretches here. 4 more breaths. Know that you don't necessarily need to go lower all the time, right? Find something interesting, pause and breathe into it. 2 more. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Walk the hands in. Step back to downward facing dog. Pedal the heels, wiggle the hips. Take 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Left leg goes high on the inhale. Exhale the left knee to the left elbow. The left toes to the right elbow. And then that shin lays down on the ground. Again, you'll take your time framing the front shin with fingertips, pushing the left shin down, squaring the hips off. You're looking for tone. You're looking for active work in the outer left hip. Inhale, lengthen spine, keep that. Exhale, take the lengthened spine down, right? Forearms laid flat, whatever works for you, but go there with breath. Go there with, well, attention to detail and smooth, even breath. Just a few more here. No rush about it. Take it to a depth that really serves you. 2 more. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Let's walk those hands in, step back, downward facing up. Again, pedaling heels, again, wiggling hips. We'll take an inhale. We'll take an exhale. And then looking forward, just drop down to your knees. Keep your hips stacked directly over your knees and crawl your hands as far forward as they can while your hips stay over your knees. Look at your hands and turn the eyes or the creases of your elbows towards each other, attempting to spin them towards the ceiling. And keeping that orientation in the shoulder blades, aka wide shoulder blades, reach your hip bones for the ceiling, pull your navel to your spine, and sink your forehead to earth. And if your forehead easily touches ground, then lift your chin, keep the shoulders spread wide, and attempt to descend your chin and your throat to earth. Pull the low ribs in, and try to open up your thoracic spine, the spine between the shoulder blades and the fronts of your armpits. For 3, for 2, tone those ribs for 1. Inhale, walk your hands back in and swing your legs around to one side, finding yourself seated, right? Feet near the top of the mat, knees bent, just roll back onto your back. If you have a brick, it'd be a beautiful tool to have by your side. Reaching down with your fingertips, confirm that your hands can graze the backs of your ankles, your feet hip width apart. Now, if you want to use a brick, recruit it now and have it in hand. Exhale, digs the heels in to lift the hips. You can slide a brick beneath the tailbone or interlace your fingers. Walk the shoulder blades together. If you've interlaced your fingers, push your forearms, pinky fingers, elbows, shoulders into earth. Dig your inner heels into the mat. Feel your hamstrings and your glutes. Keep a little tone here and breathe into the front of the pelvis. And if you've chosen to be on a brick or you're really enjoying the bridge pose, I'll encourage you just to stay here and to breathe here. If we'd like to take a slightly deeper back bend, we're just going to have one more nice big inhale. You can lift those heels if we're looking to go a little further. Remove the arms and slide your tailbone all the way back down to ground. The knees fall into one another. Take a moment here. You can either go back to a bridge pose again, you can stay in the bridge pose if you're still there, or if you're looking for it, full Urdhva Dhanurasana, the wheel pose. We'll set the hands overhead, right? Fingers pointing back towards the shoulders, the feet hips width. From here, exhale, navel to spine, push the earth away, rise to the crown of your head, narrow the elbows, dig your heels in. I want your hamstrings to work here. And when you're ready, elbows tight, hamstrings working, you can let the heels rise and push the earth away. We're taking 5 breaths in your full wheel pose if you've gone here. 3, 2, 1 more inhale. And with the exhale, everybody, slow motion back down to earth. Pull your knees towards your corresponding armpit, rounding the low back, massaging clockwise, counterclockwise. From this action, we'll take 2 hands to the right shin and extend your left leg long, a la wind removing pose. Drive that left heel into earth. Pull your right knee up towards your right armpit. Navel to spine. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Left arm guides the right leg across your body. That's for a twist. You can gaze over the right shoulder. Weight the right leg with the left arm. Pull the navel to the spine as you exhale. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Back on the inhalation. Let the right leg go long. Pull the left shin in. Interlace the fingers around that left shin. The right heel pushes down so that right leg is active. Pull the left knee up into the left, right? Breathing into the groin, into the psoas. Soft jaw. Exhales deep. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Guide the left leg across the body to the right. Using that right arm to weight the torso down. You can reach over and gaze over the left shoulder. Pull the navel to the spine on the exhales. Breathe here. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale rolls you back onto your back. Bend both knees, grabbing a hold of the knees. You can hold it right here on the shins and just rock side to side. Make some circles clockwise and counterclockwise around the low back. You can grab onto your shins. You can grab onto your feet, taking versions of happy baby, right? Or you can even guide the feet overhead as you hold onto the heels and take a version of plow pose that opens up the low back just a little bit more. 2 more breaths, your choices of happy babies or plow poses, breathing space into that lower spine. Either way, right, taking 2 more breaths here. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Nice, y'all. Release the feet, the shins, the knees, whatever you grab. Let those feet find the ground. The knees are bent. The feet are mat width apart. And from that action, just let the arms flop open by the sides and just tick-tock your knees from right to left. Releasing the low back, seeing if they can literally fall limp from side to side. Just feeling the hips roll in their socket. A couple more times, just going from side to side. Seeing how soft and relaxed you can let the lower half of the body be. In your own time, let these actions just sort of shake the legs out long. And when you're ready, just taking a moment, right, you can tuck the tailbone under. Lengthen the low spine, let the feet flop open. Push the base of your skull into earth, scoop the shoulder blades underneath. And play with those actions a couple times, wiggling out the low back, lengthening up the back of the neck. Eventually, just wiggle, wiggle, shimmy, shimmy. And find your way into a space that feels soft and comfortable. Let the eyes close. Give your jaw one last little wiggle. See if you can soften the muscles of the face. And then let the control of the breath go. Interesting sometimes to attempt to watch the natural rhythm of breath without controlling it, right? Often it's difficult, right? As soon as we start to pay attention, we start to take control. So sitting back as a passive observer and doing your best to watch the autonomic system do its own thing. Give it a go. See what happens. If it's hard to watch without controlling, don't let it frustrate you. Just notice what comes up for you in the mind, in the body, as you settle into this moment. Slowly deepening the breath. Moving the edges, toes and fingers, hands and feet. Rolling wrists, rolling ankles. Eventually a big inhale. You reach the arms overhead. Exhale, you pull the knees in. You roll to your side. A moment, a heartbeat, a breath on the side body. And then when you're ready, top hand pushes down on the ground. You come full circle, seated like we started, my friends. Take a moment to organize your seat, stack the spine, loop the shoulders, close the eyes again. Thumbs hit heart, chin draws to chest. Gratitude for the practice.
the opportunity to practice, and always those around you, creating, sharing, exploring together. Thumb pads, third eye. Bow below hearts. Namaste. Right on, y'all. Super great work this morning. Hope you're feeling good for the time that you put on your mat as always, right? Leave me questions, leave me comments, concerns, follow, subscribe, all of those good things, and we'll see you on your mat soon. Have an awesome day. Peace, y'all.